Hi, and welcome to another Web Tools video. Today we're going to show you Paletton.com, where you can create compelling color schemes for your website or your next graphic design project. The layout's pretty simple. You have your color selection tool, and then on the right, you have your palette. Most of the time, you're going to be adjusting the color over here in the selection tool, but you'll see your results on the palette. When you're working, you have 5 different options as far as your theme style: monochromatic, adjacent colors, triad, tetrad, or freestyle. In this example, let's use monochromatic. When you're selecting your color, you're going to grab this dot and drag. As you drag, if you have your mouse cursor in the upper area of the circle, your color will change in segments, so you can see how the dot jumps around. The color transition is a little less smooth. The area below the outermost part of the circle does the same thing, but with smaller segments. And moving your cursor on the inside of the circle causes a much smoother transition of color. You can also change the color by adjusting the hue. This will give you a precise point for any position on the color wheel. If I plug in 180, I'm going to select the very lowermost color on the wheel. Another way to select a specific color is to copy and paste a color hex code. You can find a specific hex code by using a color selector or just searching online. Let's reset our palette before we show you any other features. I should also add that you can add a complementary color with any color theme style that you are using. When you add a complementary color, it will change with the change of your primary color because of their inherent relationship. You can also adjust the brightness and saturation of your primary color using the inside circle. Moving the centermost dot up makes your color brighter. Moving it down makes it darker. Moving to the right creates a more saturated color. And you can get a grayscale effect by moving to the left. You can move the other 4 dots on the inside of the circle to adjust your alternate shades for your color. To move any of the shades independent of the others, just hold Shift and drag. Let's reset our palette again. Go ahead and add a complementary color. To show the next few features, we're going to use the adjacent color theme and add a complementary color. That way we have 4 colors to work with. If you find the color that you like, but you want to make a few adjustments, you can use the Fine Tune link at the bottom right of the color selection tool. You can adjust the hue, the brightness, the saturation, or the contrast. I like this feature in particular because you can make the changes in steps instead of having to find the exact point with your mouse cursor. The Presets tab down below gives you a few options for changing your brightness, saturation, and contrast without changing your hue, just so you can see a few different options. You've probably noticed my palette changing over here on the right. I want to show you a few things about your palette. It's going to display 4 colors, unless you have fewer than 4 colors selected on your selection tool. The largest square will be your primary color, these 2 squares represent your secondary colors, and then the bottom right displays your complementary color if you have one. These smaller squares inside each color are the different shades you've selected based on the inside of the circle. You'll always have 4 on each of the colors. If you're using a color theme with fewer than 4 colors, you'll notice that some of the colors will be duplicated. Let's go ahead and change back to more than 1 color though. To share your palette, click Share Palette. This will open a new web page with a link that you can give to a friend. The link will open Paletton.com, but it will bring your friend directly to your color theme. Another feature that I think is really cool is this vision simulation selection. You can choose to see how your palette looks for someone with color blindness. You can check out all of these options here. I'd encourage you to just try these out to see how they make your palette look. You can also just turn it off from here if you're done looking at that simulation. The Examples tab below allows you to see how your color scheme would look with a few samples. This is the example using a white web page, or you can look with a dark web page, or a positive or negative design. You can also see different artwork examples, so if you're doing graphic design and wanting to use this color theme, you can see how it works together. There's also a few animated examples, just kind of fun to see how the colors work together. These options down below are pretty much the same as the options you have on the main page. There's vision simulation, you can swap the secondary colors, fine tune, and even randomize a color. This last tab, Tables and Exports, allows you to export your palette in a format that's usable for various applications. For example, You could export this in hex codes for an HTML application. Or if I need a different format like RGB, I can select those here. I can also download my palette in different formats like PNG or GIMP format or even Photoshop. That way I can use it on my future projects. I can also view all the color combinations here from this space. And that is Paletton.com, a great place where you can create color themes. Also, I'd recommend you come down here to the donate button. It's always good to contribute to great creators to keep them on the web. Thanks again for watching another Web Tools video, and I hope you have a great day. Hi, thanks for watching another Web Tools video and supporting our channel. After the video, if you still have a question about something we talked about, be sure to leave a comment or hit us up on our channel. And of course, if you're interested in learning how you can use your browser to its full potential, don't forget to subscribe below.